plus X-Men's Wolverine Hugh Jackman and the tunes of Eve 6. Your local news is next.
How could you lose almost 2 million gallons of water? It happened in one local town. Plus, a local college student sits and wonders if a friend was killed in today's Concorde plane crash. And the results from a controversial runoff election. 10 at 10 starts now.
Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is WAFF 48 News at 10.
It's one of the world's most plentiful resources, but when in one valley community, a lot has mysteriously disappeared. Over 1 million gallons of water may sound amusing or unbelievable, but it's a case that's serious enough for some authorities to investigate. Good evening, I'm Kimberly Essex. Mark Thornhill has the night off. You're watching 10 at 10, where you get tonight's top stories and tomorrow's weather, all within the first 10 minutes. And tonight's 10 at 10 top story, there's a mystery on Grant Mountain. 1 million gallons of water is missing, and no one can figure out where it is. 10 at 10's Mike Gibson is in the newsroom with more details. Mike, I'm wondering, how does someone lose that much water?
Good question. It's a first. I hadn't heard of lost water until today, and neither had the people in Swearengin. Swearengin is a small community on Grant Mountain in Marshall County. Somehow, someway, it's missing over 1.5 million gallons of water it paid for. The question is, where is it?
Probably leaked out. Reckon?
I have no idea, because I just can't see where 1 million gallons of water would be missing without somebody knowing.
I have no idea.
Since no one here in Swearengin seems to know where all the water's at, we decided to do a little investigation of our own and try to find out where it was. Look over there. We thought we may have found it there, in that pond. But locals say, well, it's been there for a while, and matter of fact, it's kind of low. So we're going to check somewhere else. One of the other places we decided to go to was the books. You know what? Maybe they put a decimal point in the wrong place when they were adding up how much water they really had. Or maybe it could have simply leaked out, or someone might have even used it all. Floyd Mason is the president of the Swearengin Water Board. He told me that the Marshall County Sheriff's Department is investigating the missing water. We were also told that the state and federal investigators were looking at the situation as well. Mason told me point blank he knew where some of the water had gone.
I personally wouldn't, like I said, I wasn't even on the board myself, and I personally seen where some of it went on a contractor filling up a truck. And then I was informed today from the guy that he done the work for, he'll pay for every bit of that, you know, if that's what it takes.
But that only adds up to about 30,000 gallons. It still leaves over 1 million missing. Members of the water board say they'll also try and start tracking where the water went. The thing is, the board's known about the water since May when the water report came in. Hopefully we'll know more from the Sheriff's Department tomorrow on what it's found and see if the rest is possibly made. Reporting live from the newsroom, Mike Gibson, 48 News.
They've got quite a mystery on their hands, Mike.
Yes, never heard of missing water, but we've heard of it today.
New one on me. Thank you. Divers from the Madison...
Water in the Swearengin community in Marshall County is heating up. Last night we told you about the missing 1.6 million gallons of water. It was reported missing in May. And now 3 Marshall County investigators are working the case. They know it wasn't lost through a series of leaks, but was probably used by someone who tapped into fire hydrants. But since fire hydrants don't have meters to show water usage, finding which hydrants were used could be pretty tough here. The cost of that missing water was more than $2,700.
We have some members that have a really difficult time paying even our minimum bill. And it's a concern for all of our members because we all have to pay for this water.
Now, depending on what the Sheriff's Office finds, the ABI and FBI may get involved in the case because Swearengin has received federal grant money to upgrade its system.
Turning now to weather, 48 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brooks Tomlin joins us now with the first look at our evening forecast. Brooks?
1 million gallons of water and didn't pay for it. Apparently somebody in the Swearengin community, and now Marshall County deputies are trying to find out who it was. 48 News Sand Mountain Bureau Chief Chris Haddock reports.
Swearengin is missing 1.6 million gallons of water, but it wasn't lost. Someone used it.
So there was that much water that we did not bill for, and we didn't have a billing out, and we did not receive payment for.
No payment because the water is believed to have been taken by someone who tapped into fire hydrants. Unlike homes on the Swearengin system where water is measured by meters, fire hydrants don't have meters, so finding out which hydrants were used could be tough. Swearengin's fire department did fight several fires, and the county filled several trucks for paving projects during the time in question, but the amount of water they used is expected to be well short of the 1.6 million gallons. Swearengin's water tank holds 100,000 gallons of water, so the missing 1.6 million gallons means 16 full tanks of water were used. That much water is valued at around $2,700, or about $4 per customer.
We have some members have a really difficult time paying even our minimum bill, and it's a concern for all of our members because we all have to pay for this water.
3 Marshall County investigators are working the case, and depending on what they find, it could involve the ABI and FBI because Swearengin has received federal grants to upgrade its system. Another upgrade already being talked about is putting meters on hydrants. In Swearengin, Chris Haddock, WFF 48 News.
New details tonight about the fiery
with the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus are cooling off in a very big way this summer. Right now they're in Dallas, where you know it's hot, hot, hot. Temperatures over 100 there. The elephants are getting relief from the heat by enjoying a water spray and a little bubble bath. And also keep cool by drinking as much as, get this, 50 gallons of water a day. That's about 5 bathtubs full. As for the tigers and the horses, they keep their cool with the help of misters that are installed in their stalls and cages.
I think I've solved it.
I was going to say the same thing.
That's where the water from Swearengin's gone.
To Dallas, where
cool the animals
where they
off.
had, what, 17 days of temperatures more than 100, something crazy like that?
Where? Seattle?
Dallas, Texas.
Seattle,
it rains all the time.
Yeah, it hasn't been raining there much lately, and we know the water from Swearengin hasn't ended up out at the airport in the rain gauge. 7 inches below normal this year. And these thunderstorms look like they're headed to Dallas, Fort Worth, but they're going to die out. If you head down to the beach, expect more of what you see.